Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mike here again with another auto vlog video, and today it is regarding my beloved Ford Fusion here. Now this video is going to be about my love-hate relationship to this car because there are features on this car that I love, but at the same time they don't really always work properly. So what we're going to do is go through 5 things that you need to know before you buy a Ford Fusion. Okay, so number 1, and I've talked about this before in my previous owner's review of this car, and it is the interior. I have the ceramic leather interior in this car and I love it. I love the way it looks, but if you wear anything that has leather on your clothing, person, whatever, you're fucked.
What did he say?
Because, and I've shown this before, like I said, I wear a leather belt, dress business casual for work, that kind of thing, and this is what happens to the interior. You guys have seen this little streak of leather staining before. It's just freaking annoying. So what I had to do was go out and try to find another belt that does not have leather, because I mean obviously you can clean the seat and all that crap, but you know, I mean, it's just an inconvenience. I don't want to mess around with that stuff. So I found another belt, so now hopefully this you know, I mean, it won't stain anymore. So another thing, one time I wore my leather jacket in this car, and this is, I mean, it's not big or anything, but this is what it did to the headrest. So you can see those little just marks. That's from my leather jacket. So, you know, just to sum it up here, if you're, I mean, and if you're the type of person that like or wears leather pants, you're even more fucked. I feel sorry for you. And when I bought my new belt, I took it off in the parking lot. My leather belt, I was outside of Macy's, I bought this new belt, so I took it off and threw it in the back seat. And just from laying there, I kept it there for a couple days. I didn't really think about it. Just from laying there, I got marks in the back seat too. I mean, it's just crazy. So I love this interior, the ceramic interior, the light leather interior, because it looks great, and that is what I prefer. And I'm gonna have to live with these staining issues, but you know, if you can't even handle that kind of stuff, and you know, you wear a leather jacket or leather pants, or you know, just a leather belt, you're gonna have to deal with it. Okay, so number 2, again, this is a feature that I love how it looks, okay, and it is the center stack, and particularly the buttons underneath the touchscreen, where you have a lot of your climate controls and that kind of thing. Now, my point here is that, especially now, fall coming, there's a bigger differ in temperature. So in the morning time, I get in the car, go to work, it's been cold outside, I might turn the temperature up to say 75. So, you know, everything's fine and dandy. I get to work, and then maybe like around noon, 2 o'clock or something like that, I leave for lunch or something. And the car's been sitting outside and it's scorching hot, you know, because it can be, say, 80, 85 still, you know, in the afternoon. So the car it feels like it's 120 degrees in here. And so what I want to do is get the temperature down quickly. This touchscreen interface type button thingy, it sucks. And maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit here, but if you want to get the temperature down quickly, I mean, you have to do twice the clicks to get to where you want to be, sometimes more. I mean, I don't, you know, maybe I just don't have a lot of patience, but I'm not going to sit like that. You know, when I'm scorching, it's sweating, I'm in my, you know, suit and tie and all that stuff, I'm not going to be, I want it down now. Come on, God. So, that being said, I have a 2015. Now, if you get a 2016 Ford Fusion, titanium in this case, or an SC with, you know, luxury package or whatever, there's a different interface. So it's more button interface, so it's more responsive, it's easier to click on. And if you have more of a basic model Fusion, you have those turn knobs for the climate, which is a lot quicker, so the temperature just drops. You don't have to sit there. So again, to sum it up here, I love the way it looks, but I hate the functionality of it. Okay, so number 3, and again, it pertains to the center stack, and this time it is the touchscreen, and I love the way it looks, and I love the features that it has. But again, the My Ford Touch system, it is so laggy. If you want to click around quickly, I mean, after a while you do learn the system and you know exactly how to navigate and stuff, and you try to get to one area of the touchscreen or one feature of the touchscreen, and it's just laggy. Like you're clicking like crazy, and it just doesn't want to respond at the speed that you're trying to get it to respond. So touchscreen, love it, but I hate the functionality of it. It's just laggy. I can't say I hate the complete functionality of it. It's just the lagginess. Now, that being said, again, if I have a 2015, if you get a 2016, you have the new Sync 3 infotainment system, which is very responsive and very quick. That being said, again, I do think that the My Ford Touch system looks a little better than the Sync 3 system. If I could choose, I would still go with Sync 3, because user friendliness and just responsiveness in actually interacting with the touchscreen is more important to me. I don't know what you think, but I've heard, you know, it's like two camps. They're like, well, My Ford Touch looks better, so I don't really care about Sync 3 and that whole thing, that it's responsive and it has new features and stuff. But I'm on the side where, you know, user friendliness goes over everything, even the way that it looks. Okay, so number 4, and this is another thing that I do love about my car, is the way that it looks, and especially the front fascia. Now, the Ford Fusion has been acclaimed for, you know, its good looks and its front fascia. So a lot of people say, you know, I mean, it kind of looks like an Aston Martin and that kind of thing. I'm sure that you've heard that before. Now, for some odd reason, Ford will not give the Ford Fusion either HID headlights or LED daytime running lights. Now, I mean, if you look at a lot of the other competitors in the midsize sedan segment, like the Kia Optima and the, you know, I think the Kia Optima, I'm not sure, but at least the Hyundai Sonata and, you know, the Nissans and all that, they have it. And if you look at the Ford lineup, like the Escape has it, the Explorer has it, the Edge has it, and even the Ford Focus has it now. So that's just one thing that is just annoying, and it's weird. Like I've researched and, you know, read on forums and that kind of thing, and I've yet to find an intelligent answer to this question. Like, why can't they have at least LED daytime running lights? The Fusion version in Europe is called the Ford Mondeo. So I mean, you can just Google pictures of a Ford Mondeo with LED daytime running lights and see what it looks like. I mean, it is a classy, just looks very nice. But here in America, for some odd reason, no daytime LED running lights or HID headlights. Number 5, last but not least, is the gas mileage. So what I do love about my car is that if you're driving on the highway, you do actually get the 31 miles per gallon that Ford claims that it should get on the highway. And I can vouch for that, it is true. But now, Ford says that the official numbers are 21 miles per gallon in the city, 25 on average, and 31 highway. So, and that is with a 2.0 EcoBoost engine and all-wheel drive, which I have. So if you don't have all-wheel drive, it bumps it up to, I think, 22 or 23 city and 26 on average and 33 highway. So anyhow, I challenge any Ford Fusion owner with the same engine that I have, if you get the 21 miles per gallon in the city, please send me proof. It is impossible. If I were to drive downtown or just drive around like I'm doing here and reset the fuel meter here, I mean, I'm lucky if I get 17. I mean, city driving in this car is just bad. It's horrible. I mean, you're not gonna get what Ford states you should get. And I know it depends on how you drive and that kind of thing, but I don't drive like a maniac. I drive normally, when it's city driving and that kind of thing, but I'm just not getting that mileage. So again, I can vouch for the highway mileage. I've gone on a little longer trips and average, probably 70 miles per hour, and I do get the 31 miles per gallon, even a little bit more sometimes. Just if you can manage your speed and the way you drive, you definitely get it. So I love that, but hate the city driving. I mean, come on, Ford. I don't understand who was driving that car, and at the time when you got those ratings there. But and again, yeah, I do live in Pennsylvania. There's a lot of hills. It's up and down. Like if you live in a flat Kansas or parts of Ohio or something, maybe it's easier. I don't know, but I am not getting the 21 city driving. It's just impossible. Okay guys, thanks so much for stopping by and checking out this video. What do you think? And any Ford Fusion owner, please give me your input. What is your experience of owning this car? When it pertains to the gas mileage, obviously with the same engine and that kind of thing, but the other features that I talked about, what do you think? Do you have different experiences than I have, or do you agree with everything that I just said, or do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section below. And if this is your first time checking out my channel, please browse it and subscribe if you like it. Until next time, guys, bye-bye.